Hey Athey kids and parents! This weekend in Athey Kids, we will be continuing our study in Genesis and reading about what the judgment of Sodom and Gomorrah tells us. Sodom and Gomorrah demonstrate God's justice. Then the men set out from there, and they looked down toward Sodom, and Abraham went with them to set them on their way. The Lord said, "Shall I hide from Abraham what I am about to do, seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation? And all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. For I have chosen him, that he may command his children and his household after him to keep the way of the Lord, by doing righteousness and justice, so that the Lord may bring Abraham to what he has promised him." Then the Lord said, "Because the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and their sin is very grave, I will go down to see whether they have done altogether according to the outcry that has come to me. And if not, I will know." So the men turned from there and went toward Sodom. But Abraham stood still before the Lord. Then Abraham drew near and said, "Will you indeed sweep away the righteous with the wicked? Suppose there are 50 righteous within the city. Will you then sweep away the place and not spare it for the 50 righteous who are in it? Far be it from you to do such a thing, to put the righteous to death with the wicked, so that the righteous fare as the wicked. Far be it from you. Shall not the judge of all earth do what is just?" And the Lord said, "If I find at Sodom 50 righteous in the city, I will spare the whole place for their sake." Then he said, "Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak again, but this once. Suppose 10 are found there." He answered, "For the sake of 10, I will not destroy it." And the Lord went his way when he had finished speaking to Abraham, and Abraham returned to his place. The two angels came to Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gate of Sodom. When Lot saw them, he rose to meet them and bowed himself with his face to the earth and said, "My lords, please turn aside to your servant's house and spend the night and wash your feet. Then you may rise up early and go on your way." They said, "No, we will spend the night in the town square." But he pressed them strongly, so they turned aside to him and entered his house. And he made them a feast and baked them unleavened bread, and they ate. But before they lay down, the men of the city, the men of Sodom, both young and old, all the people to the last man, surrounded the house. Lot went out to the men at the entrance, shut the door after him, and said, "I beg you, my brothers, do not act so wickedly." Then the angels said to Lot, "Have you anyone else here, sons-in-laws, daughters, or anyone you have in the city? Bring them out of the place. For we are about to destroy this place, because the outcry against its people has become great before the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it." But he lingered. So the men seized him and his wife and his 2 daughters by the hand, the Lord being merciful to him, and they brought him out and set him outside the city. And as they brought them out, one said, "Escape for your life. Do not look back or stop anywhere in the valley. Escape to the hills, lest you be swept away." And Lot said to them, "Oh no, my lords." And he said to Lot, "Escape there quickly, for I can do nothing till you arrive there." Therefore, the name of the city was called Zoar. And Abraham went early in the morning to the place where he had stood before the Lord. And he looked down toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the valley. And he looked, and behold, the smoke of the land went up like the smoke of a furnace. So it was that when God destroyed the cities of the valley, God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow when he overthrew the cities in which Lot had lived. By letting Abraham question him and by rescuing Lot, God showed that justice is full of mercy. But by destroying Sodom and Gomorrah, God showed that justice severely punishes the wicked. Abraham was to teach these lessons to his children so that they would live in righteousness before a just God. The teaching points will vary slightly from classroom to classroom, but the main points will be: God taught Abraham justice. The people of Sodom and Gomorrah kept sinning. And God rescued Lot but burned up Sodom and Gomorrah. We want to drive home that God's severe judgment against Sodom and Gomorrah is a clear warning that God punishes sin. God's wrath is coming against sin, but all who turn from sin and trust in Jesus will be saved for His sake, just as Lot was spared for Abraham's sake. That is the lesson we're hoping to share this weekend, and as always, we'd love to partner with you in that endeavor. We hope to see you this weekend, but till then, God bless you.